it made sense of lifelong patterns I'd always wondered about. But you don't have to believe, but if you're open to trying it, please do. You might be leaving a lot of help on the table if you don't. I'm Silver, the Rogue Yogi, a born clairvoyant, a near-death experiencer, and someone to teach you that you are your best guru. We're gonna go over 3 points in an astrological chart. You do not have to believe in astrology for this to help you. If you're willing to give it a try, it truly could save you years of therapy. If you are somebody who has noticed over time the same patterns over and over, or the same areas of life being continually difficult, or you're like, actually, I kind of feel like I have a God-given gift in this area. These 3 points I'm talking about will help you reframe how you see yourself. For me, for example, it took away so much guilt. It didn't shed any responsibility on my end, but I saw on that chart the exact placements of why, for example, mothering had never seemed really that natural to me. Because I have a really big heart and I love my kids to death. I would lay in traffic for them. But for so many years, it was just felt like, I was like, am I okay? What's happening? I've always loved my friends. But these are the 3 points and I'm gonna tell you what they mean. And you can start by just typing in your info in a website like Cafe Astrology or Astro Theme, and you'll need to know your birth time. That's super important. I had to send away to get mine. And once you get your natal birth chart drawn, you're gonna look for Chiron. Chiron is a big ass asteroid. I think at one point it may have been considered a planet. Same thing with Pluto. They keep vacillating between planet or asteroid, but Chiron is named after the ancient Greek myth of Chiron. He was half mortal, half immortal. I forget exactly what happened, but he basically put all of his energy and power into fixing others. And he was actually granted by the gods immortality because of his really pure and other-centered motives. He became teacher of teachers. And his teaching style is very similar to that quote by the poet Rumi, where it's like, the cracks are where the light gets in. Or I think Carl Jung said this, only the wounded physician heals, meaning you need to have some of that experience to better relate to someone you're working with. And that is Chiron. On your chart, you want to look up the house number. That will tell you what area of your life Chiron shows up in. And you also want to take note of any planets or asteroids or any other inclusions near Chiron. That is going to be one of your main ways of identifying a core wound of yours that, when actually healed and integrated, you will naturally have embraced your Chiron and will naturally end up running into people who need help with the exact same thing. It's amazing how the universe lines this up. The other 2 points you want to look for is 1, the North Node. It looks like a horseshoe and only the North Node is shown. And that's not a real actual body. It's a measurement of some kind between the orbit of the sun and the moon. You want to do the same thing. What house is it in? So what area of your life and which planets or anything else are near it. That's going to show you another one of your soul purposes. And this is what I was referencing earlier. My North Node is in the house of family and identity. I have a really difficult relationship with my parents. I'm an odd bird, especially in their world. There's been a lot of trauma about health and all of my stuff that I've been coming to them with since I was 3. And my North Node is down there. And it's actually together with Pluto, which makes it charged like an atom bomb. When I saw that, I took relief and gratitude. I see it as as above, so within. The stars aren't yanking us around. There's always that correlation, symbolically or archetypally, of what's going on. That journey toward your North Node is a very specific path your soul wanted to explore in this lifetime. For some people, it's like easier than others. They don't show the South Node. I don't know why, but you just have to take a ruler and go straight across, and that's where your South Node is. This is where you might be like, I've always found piano so easy, even when I was 5. You're gonna recognize the gifts and skills that we've gleaned over so many lifetimes. We cull through all that before we incarnate, and we're like, we're gonna take this experience with us and this experience with us. We give ourselves some tools that we think will be the most helpful in healing our North Node and our Chiron. But that's a really tricky thing about the South Node. A lot of people just want to keep charging towards the South Node because it's so easy. It feels so easy. And what we really want to aim to do is glean and make use of whatever tools or skills that you do have, but not to stay there, but to really try and take those skills and use them to heal your Chiron and your North Node. These are simple tools. You just need like an iPad or your phone. You put your birth data in and they will draw your chart for you. So worth it. When I saw those 3 points, it made sense of lifelong patterns I'd always wondered about. But you don't have to believe, but if you're open to trying it, please do. You might be leaving a lot of help on the table if you don't. All right, thanks guys so much. Join me on Patreon if you're interested, and I'll meet you in the next one.